what if Hitler had won World War II? Would the whole world really be speaking German? Would the USA and the USSR exist as we know them? And most importantly, would this victory have lasted, or would it have led to an even greater catastrophe? Today, we dive into an alternate history and explore what could have happened if the Third Reich had emerged victorious. First, let's recall why Hitler actually lost. His blitzkrieg strategy worked in France, but failed disastrously in the USSR. He underestimated the scale of Soviet resistance and the harsh Russian winter. Additionally, the United States, which initially tried to stay out of the war, eventually joined after Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor. This fundamentally shifted the balance of power, as the U.S. had an enormous industrial capacity. But what if things had gone differently? Let's imagine Hitler never invaded the USSR or managed to defeat the Red Army. What would the world look like today? Scenario 1. Total victory of the Third Reich in Europe. Germany takes over all of Europe, including Great Britain. Operation Sealion, the invasion of Britain, succeeds, and the Allies lose a crucial foothold. In this scenario, the Nazis begin a complete restructuring of Europe. The occupation regime becomes even harsher, and all conquered nations are forced to live under the racial laws of the Third Reich. German becomes the official language, and most national cultures are suppressed. Scenario 2. What would happen to the Soviet Union? Now let's imagine Hitler wins the war against the USSR. The General Plan Ost comes into effect. Slavic peoples are turned into forced labor, while the lands from the Ural Mountains to the Dnieper River are settled by German colonists. But could the Nazis maintain control over such a vast territory? Most historians agree that resistance movements would not stop, and the war would turn into a never-ending conflict, draining the Reich's resources. Scenario 3. What would happen to the USA? The USA might have attempted a prolonged war, possibly using nuclear weapons against Germany. But would they have had the strength to defeat two superpowers, Nazi Germany and the Japanese Empire? Most likely, we would see a world divided into several mega-states, the Reich in Europe, Japan in Asia, and the USA in the Americas. But such a balance would not last for long. Could Germany have maintained its empire? Unlikely. Internal economic problems, uprisings, and power struggles among the elites would have inevitably led to the collapse of the Third Reich. But what do you think? Would the world be better or worse in this reality? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this analysis, in the next video we'll explore another fascinating scenario. What if the Roman Empire never fell? So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.